Hey guys, in today's video I'm taking a look at Coinbase. So from your app store, just go on and download the app. Alright, so once it's downloading, don't worry about it. It's a really small app, shouldn't take no time actually to download. And you guys can see if your stuff is compatible. So first of all, it's just underneath 300 megabytes, so fairly small. And then right here, you guys can see that you need iOS 14 or later. So that's pretty good. And then if you're gonna do this on Mac, you're gonna need Mac OS 11, which is not that new, not that old. And then again, for M1 chips, if you guys have that, you should be good to go. Again, that's for Mac. And even if you guys have an iPod Touch, which almost nobody has, yes, it requires iOS 14. That means you need the latest iPod Touch, by the way. As for iPhones, no, older iPhones have iOS 14 just fine. So once you guys download it, just click on open. You guys will see this popping up. And then there you go. You guys can go on and sign up, sign in, use Google. You guys can just link that up. What I suggest doing when you sign up is, let me just show you. So we're gonna sign up, and there's two options, too many options. There's Google and then there's Apple. You guys can use that to create your account. What I would do is just use email, like right here. Okay, so let me just go back. Let's start all over and see how it says sign in and then says Google. So you guys could do that. Just link your account from Google. I don't recommend doing that just because I don't like everything being connected that much. Even if I'm using my Gmail to sign up for this, I still don't want to use always my Google account to sign up for everything and sign into everything. But it's your choice. You guys go ahead and do whatever makes sense to you. All right. So before you guys go on and do this whole process, just make sure you guys get a link from somebody. So referral. So that way you guys get $10 right away in your account, okay? So that could be from a friend, or you guys can use mine. Just make sure it's from Coinbase.com. That way you guys know it's legit. So the link that they're gonna give you will look something like this if they send you a text message, for example. And then once you click on it, you guys will see this screen. Then from here, just sign up. So it has to be from Coinbase again. It's supposed to be from Coinbase. And yeah, it's not going to take you to the app for some reason. It's just going to take you to their website. So go on and sign up. So tap on sign up. And then from here, it's what I was telling you guys about. You guys can go on and sign up with Apple if you guys have an Apple phone, or sign up with Google, or just put in your email address. So right now, we're just going to put in email address. So once you guys put in your email address, just press on continue for the next screen. All right, then it's going to take you here. So what I need to do is just enter that code. So just go to your email. It might be in your junk mail, by the way, the code. So go ahead and check that out in your junk mail, or it could just be in your inbox. And I'll show you how that looks like. So what I did was going to my junk mail because it was in fact in there. And then I just marked it as inbox, and then we're good to go. But that's how my code looks like. Your code will be different, okay? So from there, just put your code, and here you go. Just create a password. Create one that has a number, a symbol, 8 characters, capital letter and lowercase. Okay, so make it complicated so that way you will not be hacked that easily. So for example, here's my code. I'm just gonna go on, tap on continue, and let's go to the next screen. From there, it's just gonna take you to this screen. On this screen, just put your first name, last name. So like I mentioned, just put your first name, last name, press on continue, next screen. Then your phone number. This is important because you do need to keep this very, very secure, and that's why they're asking for your phone number. So go ahead, put in your phone number. Once you put in your phone number, just go ahead and tap on continue. Then you're gonna see this, enter code. So you should get a text message, okay? And just put in the code that you guys received from your text message right here. Once you do that, it's just gonna take you to the next screen. So we basically just created an account, and now we need to add personal details. Then you guys will see that the third option, well, third steps to verify your identity. And again, all this is important because this is legit. So if I scroll down, just tap on I confirm I'm not acting on somebody's behalf, and I agree. There you go. So just put a check mark on those 2 boxes. It is a little glitchy, so just keep tapping on them until it actually works out. Then you guys can go on to submit. So this will tell you that, you know, you are risking, let's say if you buy coins for $100, yeah, technically if the stock market doesn't crash, or if you don't sell your coin, you're never gonna lose those $100, let's say. But if you bought it $100, but then when you sell it, it's only worth $80, well, you just lost $20. So it kind of works like that if you haven't done this before. And then just scroll down, tap on continue. Then you have to select your citizenship. So obviously Canada's not the only option here. You guys can go on and pick United States. So there's US, tap on submit. Obviously you only tap on submit if you're from the US. You guys can select any other country in that entire list. Then again, scroll down, verify your identity. This is the fun part. So tap on verify and it's gonna ask you driver's license, identity card, or passport. So identity card, that's usually for people that don't have a driver's license. There is such a thing as an identity card. Passport, if you guys have one. Driver's license, if you have one. So in this case, I actually don't have my driver's license with me, so I'm just gonna choose passport as the third option. But choose whatever makes sense to you guys. Then right here, you just have to tap on that middle area to take a picture. So tap to capture the front ID. So just take a picture of your passport. Obviously, it's where your face is there, so they can see your identity. Then tap on continue. All right, the next part is gonna take you to take a selfie. So once you guys have taken a picture, uploaded a picture of your ID, whatever that was, it's just gonna ask you to take a selfie. All right, so remember all this is for security reasons. You would just have to press to take that picture. So make sure there's lighting. Okay, that's very important. It does not matter, if you comb your hair or not, not that much, as long as that's not in your face. Anyways, right now it's gonna ask you how much crypto do you expect to trade per year, and then what industry do you work in. Again, this is all for security and also to help you out. So we're gonna go on, select an option. So the first one, I'm thinking I'm gonna go really low, so below 1,000, hopefully more than that. But anyways, what industry do you work in? Then go ahead and whatever makes sense to you guys or whatever's closest. Could even be cryptocurrency, which is cool. So I'm just gonna choose entertainment. I guess that's the closest thing. Then press submit. From here, your personal details. So it's gonna ask you for a bunch of stuff and then just press on continue. So let's just fill it up so you guys can see. So the first thing is your legal name. All right, so first name, I put my first name, last name, date of birth. Just tap there and you guys can select the month. And then you tap again, select the date, and then the year. So just scroll through to find your own birthday. You guys can scroll all the way down, all the way up. Obviously, there's a minimum age. So here we go. So for address, once you tap on it, it's just gonna find your address. So it's gonna fill that up for you. So just make sure the postal code's okay, because sometimes they screw up with that. Then press on continue. Then you guys will see a screen like so, verifying your information. Then right here, it's gonna ask you 3 simple questions. What will you use Coinbase for? So you select an option. I'm gonna choose investing. What is your source of funds? Well, for me, it's gonna be from savings. What is your primary employment status? So right here, you guys can put employed, unemployed, self-employed, all that stuff. For me, it's self-employed. I'm gonna continue on. And here we go. We're just gonna take our assessment. So yeah, it's a long thing to do all this, guys, but it's worth it at the end. So we're gonna go on and start our assessment. Okay, so the assessment's important because this will help you later on. So right here, if you guys have not traded ever, just put I am new to investing in crypto. That's the last option. Then from here, what is your risk tolerance? So obviously, if you guys choose high risk tolerance, you're prepared to lose everything. You guys go all the way down, there's 0 tolerance. So you're not willing to risk any loss. And I think anybody would say, well, I don't want to lose anything, so you choose that. But I would recommend putting low to medium. And if you're risky, then go on and risk it, be a high risk. High risk is sometimes high reward, I'm saying sometimes. And then 0 risk, usually not the best thing ever because there's really no high rewards in that case. So just put in whatever makes sense to you guys. I'm gonna put in 0 risk. And then they're gonna ask you, what's the total financial assets? So that means if you guys have a house, a car, or anything like that, that's all including this, even jewelry or land, cars, like I said, anything that you guys have in your bank account, all that add up. Approximately how much is that? So in my case, that's this option. Then it's gonna ask you what's your average income. So if it's been on the low end, like 40,000 or less, that's your first option. If you guys do make less than that, well, it says or less. So let's say you guys make only $10,000 a year or less. Let's say you guys make $100 a year. It does say or less. So you guys can go ahead and select that. If you're lucky, if you make more than 200,000, which is the last option, let's say you guys make $1 million. Well, it says or more. So select that option. Anything else in between, go ahead and select whatever makes sense to you. Then right here, it's going to tell you what you guys can trade. So you guys can trade up to 1,000. Well, that's based on my analysis, right? Because I did choose zero risk. So right now, yeah, my trading limit will be set as $1,000 just because of that low tolerance that I have. If you guys have a higher tolerance, well, this will be different based on your risk profile. So we're going to go on and tap on I understand. All right, so right here, finally, it's telling us we have the option to just open this up on our app instead of doing everything on the web browser. Because right now, it opened up Safari and we've been doing everything there. It would have been the exact same thing if you guys did it on your app, by the way. But technically, we are done with the setup. We just have to add a payment method. But anyways, you guys could continue with your browser at this point or open up the app. What we're gonna do is just open with the app. So select the first option. So once you select the first option, we're here. So we can go on and sign in. So we don't have to sign up again because we already did it. We went throughout the whole process. Once you click on sign in, here we go. You guys can just go ahead and put in your email, continue, password, and you're signed in. All right, so finally we are in the app and we're pretty much ready to do everything. We can go ahead. So if you guys scroll down, well, even before scrolling down, you guys can see buy, deposit, get started, tap on get started because you do want to add a payment method. So let's go on. And by the way, you guys should see this up here, get $10. Well, if you guys did everything with the link, you guys should be fine. By the time we sign up, we have $10 free. Again, you guys could have used my link or your buddy's link, does not matter. So that's a good thing about these links. Anyways, let's just tap on get started. And then you guys are gonna see this. So we can do online banking, which is recommended. We can do e-transfer. We can go ahead and use credit card. We can use PayPal, but that's for withdrawals only. And unfortunately with PayPal, deposits are not currently available. With your bank, everything's available, obviously. E-transfer, same thing. Credit card, same thing. So do whatever makes it more comfortable with you guys. I do like PayPal, but if it is with PayPal, all you guys can do is take out money. You guys can't put in money from PayPal, unfortunately. I would say if this is your first time doing this, the safest way to go about this would be to either open up another bank account, not your main one. Okay, let's say use Tangerine, which I have a referral for that too, by the way, so you guys can get $50. That's a different video that I have on my channel. Anyways, you guys can do that and then just use that specific bank account to link it up with this. So that way you just have it for that. Or I would do the credit card, just have a specific credit card that you know you're just gonna use it for this. What I'm gonna do is choose online banking just to make things easy for me to take out money and put in money. So once you do that, you guys are gonna see this. Link your account instantly via Trustly. So that's what we have to do. I don't like when they team up with other apps or other websites to do this stuff, but they have to. They don't have it all under just the one app. It does tell you right here, they don't store your login, all that stuff. Everything's protected, so you should be good. Again, this is one of the reasons why I tell you guys to have a secondary bank account that you're just gonna use for these investments. So that way, if anything goes wrong, it's not a big deal. You have a certain amount of money in that bank. Whereas your main bank account, you could have big amounts of money. Just a recommendation to just keep things safe and even more organized. So we're gonna go on and tap on continue. Once you do that, you're gonna see a whole list of banks. So whatever makes sense to you. So I'm just gonna scroll all the way down so you guys can see. There's Tangerine that I mentioned. For those of you who can't use that, I would. Just because it's something that you guys can get online, so it's pretty easy. And when I meant online, it's because Tangerines and pretty much everything is online. So you guys create your bank account pretty quick with it. And you don't need to go physically to a bank. You guys can do this online as well. Obviously, there's other ones that you guys can choose from. This is just my suggestion. If you guys are maybe want to sign up with Tangerine. if that's the case. So just put in your username, then agree and sign in, okay? Obviously, it's gonna ask you for your password as well. All right, so once you guys have your whole Tangerine or whatever account you guys have with your bank all set up, then buy some stuff, okay? So you guys have to transfer some stuff to your wallet and then go ahead and buy some Bitcoin or anything you guys want, really. Just make sure to transfer whatever amount you guys are comfortable with to your wallet here, and then just go ahead and just buy some stuff from here so you guys can get started with actually doing this. So if you guys want to buy Bitcoin, for example, you guys can go on and type in like maximum amount. On my wallet, you should have money in your wallet by now if you guys transferred any from your bank. And then once you do that, you guys can just head backwards and then just check out your stuff. All right, so no matter what screen you're at, on the top left-hand side of your screen, you guys are going to see an arrow. Just tap on it, so that way it's going to take you to the main area. And once you guys buy your stuff, you guys will get those $10 because that's what you guys had to do. Just buy some stuff. That way you're trading already, and that way you guys get those $10 from the referral. So if you tap on the first thing on the bottom, that's your home, bottom left-hand side. You guys, again, just press that arrow if you guys see that arrow. Other than that, if you guys see those 3 lines on the top left-hand side of your screen, tap on it. So once you tap on it, you guys are going to see Coinbase 1. That's something you guys can try it out or not. It's up to you. Then there's Trade Advanced. You guys can turn that on. There's also other stuff here that you guys should actually see every single one of them. And one of the main ones would be these options here on earning. So there's rewards, invite friends, and also the first option. You guys can do that. And then down here below, how do you guys take out this money? Well, request payment. So obviously you guys want to do that after a while. If you guys just bought some Bitcoin or anything you guys bought right now, that's how you guys request. And as a matter of fact, like I mentioned before, this is something that I trust just because I know other people have used this and they took out money just fine from within it. But again, I don't fully trust anything online, so that's why I make a separate bank account just to mess around with this stuff. And just to show you, when you click on invite friends, yeah, this is basically so they earn those $10. It's something. It's gonna help them out. So make sure to send that away if they're opening this up for the very first time. Obviously, I have a link for you guys if you guys don't know anybody, and just feel free to use mine so you guys get those $10. And yes, on the bottom you guys will see the first 2 things will say buy and deposit. Buying is for you guys to buy some stocks from here, and then deposit would be for you guys to put in more money into it, okay? So you guys can deposit from your funds in your bank account, or you guys can go on and receive crypto as well from another wallet. For most of you, it's just gonna be from your bank account. Notifications will be on the top right-hand side of your screen. So from here, you guys are gonna see if you're missing anything, but your account activity is gonna tell you right here. So, we completed our purchase. Anything else that you guys did will also be here. And like I mentioned, if you're buying something, so let's say Bitcoin, I keep talking about Bitcoin because that's the main thing. It's gonna tell you here, pay with, and then your wallet. You have to put in an account, a number. Then it's gonna say Bitcoin. It's gonna tell you how much that is. Then once you buy it, then and only then will you guys see anything right here. Okay, so you guys are gonna see how much money you've invested so far. So technically, I have invested 300, and it's going down, down, down. I do not expect it to go up since the market right now is horrible. So it's the right time, in my opinion, to buy this stuff. So later on, once it goes up, after a while actually, once it goes up, you're gonna be okay. Other than that, what I would suggest doing is just going out through every single tab here. Plus, if you go home, on the top right hand side, you guys are gonna see those 3 lines. You guys will see your account and settings, so you guys can check that out as the first option. If you scroll down, there's going to be other options down here below, which I already showed you. But as far as this video goes, we are all done. If you guys have any comments, questions, you guys can write them in the comments area. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.